C'est toi, toi, dont je me souviendrai. Toi qui pourras, à tout jamais, atteindre mon cœur et le porter au-delà des mots. Je le savais. Je le savais très bien. Mais je ne sais plus rien.
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Is that a joint?
It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Hello, traders. Corey476, thanks for the 420 super chat, man. And just doing an earlier stream, got some plans this evening. It's Friday night. So, yeah, just gonna cover these markets in Power Hour for the stock market, where things of conditions or sentiment or whatever has improved a little bit. You know, and Trump this morning tweeted everything's fine with China, and the markets rebounded, of course, like they do. And you've got Apple doing well today. Google looks like it's about to possibly, hasn't yet, but possibly break into more price discovery. Tesla looking really interesting here. Nvidia up today 1%. Microsoft's fine. So yeah, things are on the Mag 7 not too bad. Outside of Amazon. Amazon still looks like crap. That's not changed at all. And metals have finally pulled back. Rightfully so, man. My God, I mean, even if gold's going to 5K, what's wrong with a 3%, 5% pullback before running higher? Like, there were just green candles every single day. So we're going to look into that. To do a damage assessment on Bitcoin that hit a low point this morning of $103,605, short of the $100,000 target below 106, but it's all about the candle close. And as you can see, traders need to settle up below that level for it to be a real bearish breakdown. But one thing they are doing is they are, you know, yesterday we lost 109,358, which was the Trump inauguration all-time high, January 20th. They broke that with the candle close confirmed yesterday. Okay, so it was very real. And today, at the peak, at the height of the day, buyers pushed the price to reconfirm the validity of that old level that was once resistance as resistance again. Gosh Dang it, man. For the first time since April 22nd, a test of the 200-day simple moving average. And they just broke it, right? We did not see it again until today, October 17th. They got to do it on my birthday, man. Yesterday was the lowest daily candle close on Bitcoin since July 4th. Today looks like you're going for the same thing. They're going for the lowest candle close since July 1st. Momentum's not great here. Stagnant. And now we're breaking down. You know, intraday lowest price since June 23rd.
May the best team win tomorrow and not because of the referees screwing up.
Yeah, dude. Remember 2022? Like, fourth down. We intercepted it. He was running it back for a touchdown. And then some random ref from the middle, like from the goal, like from the actual goalpost, threw a flag like 20 seconds late, and then y'all stormed the field and y'all beat us for the first time in 15 years. Yeah, I remember. Like, what? Come on. But yeah, I get you, man. I get it, man. Some of these games this year have been unbelievable. The refs have just been like, okay, it's the ref show. It's not even college football anymore. Hi, I'm a ref. I want to make it all about me. Look at me. 15-yard penalty every other play. Done with it. Yeah, so I get it. Good luck, dude. So thank you, Orange. Thank you, Jake Fever, for the 5 super chat. The birthday wishes. Much love. And yeah, so that's Bitcoin. Kind of started looking bad, right? And then we caught some fall through, but the fall through, you know, has been bidded up a little bit, but it's not really. We really want to see Bitcoin back above. Just being real, you want it above 112, but now we really want it above 116 because that's now a high. Okay. And how about that partial rise discussion on total market cap? Jonathan, remember yesterday?
I like turtles.
We confirmed the partial rise yesterday. 70% chance of a bearish breakdown. It already happened. Now, it might not perform well, but it's certain. It has certainly occurred. So good to see the TA respect there. But look, they just took it to the 200-day simple moving average. It's that, and it looks like some swing high from May and June of this year. It's about it, though. Nothing else I see. And I just think given enough time below 3.62 trillion, I mean, you would be targeting for 3 trillion. So not great here, man. Come on, dude. Yeah, like it's just, you cannot. Like, it's fine to just be patient and wait and understand, hey, if total market cap recaptures 3.67 trillion, we might be back in business, man. But until then.
Canadian 2006 super chatted $50. Happy birthday, Mitch.
Pathian 2006, thanks so much for the 50 super chat, man. Single largest contribution of the stream. Really appreciate that, dude. Holy crap. Amazing. Birthday wishes have been plentiful today, and I'm very grateful for each and every one of them. Getting older, okay? Not too much to celebrate outside of, I don't know, there have been many blessings, but getting older, whatever. All we can do, all I've tried to do, and all anyone should try to do as they age is to keep the aging process to a minimum, slow down that aging process, stay young. How do you do that? You take care of yourself, right? You, whatever way you need to, weight lift, cardio, right? Get that BPM or that heart rate at 130, 140 fat burning zone daily, 30 minutes to an hour if you can. 10,000 steps, the goal. Eat well, low carbs. Now, just carbs you need for energy, but don't take it any further than that. Try to get as much sleep as you can. All those things, day after day, year after year, month after month, year after year, manifest into looking younger than you actually are. Getting mistaken for being way younger. So that's the goal. Everyone should try to apply it to their lives. I was coasting for a while off of just playing sports my whole life and all that, but it gets to a point where you get to an age where you really need to make that decision and change your entire lifestyle to be healthy. Because if you don't, you will begin to accrue potentially many different chronic illnesses later in life. It's like a luxury car, man. You gotta get that oil changed like frequently. It's mandatory. If you don't do that, good luck for longevity of having that car. Same with your life, man. So anyway, all right. So that's Bitcoin. We looked at total. Total has.
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Yeah, we've broken support. We are below the key inflection point that, in my opinion, is everything. Like, if we recapture 3.67 and then we reconfirm it as support, we might be onto something. But until then, it's just prudent to chill and not be in total until that's recaptured. Like, again, if they can just do this and then maybe this, then let's talk about it. That's like an event that has occurred, a recapturing or reconfirmation. But until then, it's now like, hey man, let's just enjoy the leaves falling outside, the foliage changing, the beautiful orange and yellow and red colors, and you smell fireplaces distant, that reminiscent smell of autumn and Halloween. I think it's a good time to count your money you made this summer on the markets and just chill, bro. Chill out till we recapture that key level, because I'm a little concerned until then. All right, let's could shift to the next asset, which would be Ethereum. Ethereum's also in a rough spot here. We discussed yesterday because of the price action, the lower highs and lower lows consecutively now. Being below 39.50 is kind of a danger zone. Like, that's your insurance level. Like, you want to be long on Ethereum, you better make sure to be above 39.50. Because let's clean up all the levels and the zones. It's like that. That means it's virtually like you have a range. You broke the range. You put in the lower high. You're still broken down out of that range. So simply, you need to start making higher highs, higher lows consecutively now. You're up off the lows just because Bitcoin's up off the lows. But you can see on the 4 hour, I mean, like, there's 106.8 or 106.9, 107.9, okay, and then there's 109.30. There's now many resistances above us on Bitcoin. You're trading below all of them now, not to mention 112. We're not going to talk about that. You can see Bitcoin is below them. Remember, we were looking at this yesterday. They were holding it, and then they dumped and broke all the supports, and now almost went straight to that next 103, 102.6 level, got a bounce, and it's just testing new old support resistance as resistance again, and that is as far as we are. That's as far as we can take it right now. So you need to recapture a lot of work needs to be done if you want to be feeling good on Bitcoin again, unfortunately. And that's it. So okay, XRP, whatever. XRP in rough shape, man. You still got to target 190, 196. Even if Bitcoin was going to rally here, we don't even know, because it's not even doing anything special technically right now. Kind of bad. Even if that happened, even if like XRP began to outperform Bitcoin locally lately, you still might end up doing that, confirming this old resistance support as resistance again before rolling over. So it's almost like this is a potential outcome, or this. It's probably one or the other. There's probably no other outcome at this point for XRP. The selling pressure was too immense. That was a crash. There are far less market participants involved with XRP than we saw in just the beginning of the month, September, not to mention before that in August, and then the all-time high in July. It has just been distribution ongoing, and I think like a retest of 190, 196 would be great. If it holds, it might be, hey, easy to set up a stop loss entry, and we know our take profit would be maximum upside. So you want it to be at 190, 196 anyway, if you're advantageous, if you're an opportunist on the markets, right? Where we try to long bottoms, long major supports where historical reversals have occurred, We want that again. If you do that, you pretty much have like a type 2 return idea too of a big M shape. Remember we plotted that M shape. 886 is around 208. Whatever, they overshot it. So coming back down here might give you a confirmation of the M shape too. So there just might be better opportunity at lower prices on XRP. And then we go to BNB real quick. You know these guys. It dumped, go figure, down 6.16%. Keep it going, man. Keep dumping it. See it 1,000. You break 1,000, then there's really nothing still. I would say maybe 944. You lose 944, it's going to be 900. You lose that, you lose 900, then it's going to be 850. So you kind of confirmed a top up here. So your trend's probably not in jeopardy till you lose the September 26th low, 948. But again, we're swing traders, position traders. We're looking for opportunities via the framework, and there's certainly nothing here. This kind of makes more sense that it's selling off one high and a second high. Okay. Solana down 0.81%. Kind of, I mean, had a nice bounce. It's not down much at all, but did lose support yesterday. They went and tested that 200-something moving average again. It's very simple. If you are trading below 191 to 198 for too long, you're targeting for 160, 162. That's it. Simple. So right now, sit tight. I told you, go outside and enjoy the autumn vibes while we wait for some resolution below a key support. And we will reassess when the price of Solana hits 160, okay? Dang, your Tesla alert went off? Yeah, I think we're at the highs of the day. Yeah, Tesla highs of day right now, chat. The roof pattern. The freaking roof, maybe creating a chimney right now. I don't know. I think the right side of the roof is a little bit... I don't know. It's not very. It's such a structure because like you go to the 4 hour, it's just like, what are they doing? It looks so weird but pretty, and so symmetrical. All right, so those are you bigger cryptos. I got nothing else for any of the rest, man. Like they're just. If you know the majors, if they're not doing well, I don't even give a crap about anything less than the majors. You shouldn't either. You saw what they did last week. They could do it again. They probably won't. Not like that. But they could definitely go retest lows that we saw. All right. Let's go to S&P 500. That, man, at the lows of day, it was like, oh boy, here we... And then Trump tweeted, and all of a sudden, no big deal, man. Up 0.71%. They're holding strong here after putting in a lower high. The real test is going to be 667. So they haven't even tested that yet. They might do that by end of day, maybe early next week. But if you really want the party to continue, okay, you want that confetti, you want some cake, we got to break 667. To do that, I think we're good to go. I think we're going to continue and probably see an all-time high very fast, breaking 667. But that's such a major level. That is the point, right? The past 2 days of trading, the buyers were unable to break that. They failed and then relented. But today we gapped down a little bit, kind of piercing the previous candle. And that's going to be, if it's strong, then that'll be the big level to break. All right. So hype in the chat for Trump tweeting. Because remember, this market's all Trump now. If Trump tweets something bad, we're going to get a big red candle like we saw October 10th. But, you know, that candle like today, oh, no, dude, it's going to be fine. And then if the market closes, he's like, well, it's not really fine. We're going to see dumps. It's kind of insane that this president can do this. It's wild. And he knows it too. He literally knows what he's doing. And he is definitely taking advantage of it. So I just hope that hey, he keeps the more positive tweets up. All right. Dow Jones piercing through the previous candle. But yeah, you're going to break like $46,700. That's your big test. So not even close yet. But you know, they broke the channels. You're still trading outside these channels. You're still, it's time, like, hey, you want to be all right? Break all-time highs, really, to put in a higher high. Because you were looking at yesterday, maybe they're putting in a lower high for the first time since April. I mean, since the beginning of the rally. Free like summer. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Lots of health, peace, prosperity. Thank you, dude. Well, y'all give me a lot of prosperity and peace, so thank y'all. Really appreciate this community and the purpose and fulfillment that helping others has given me. Because it's cool making money and trading, right? But to make money and trade while also helping others do it, it's priceless. It really is. So thank you, dude. Everyone. The NASDAQ that was never in trouble, it was just beautiful. It's still art. It is well contained within the channel and piercing through the previous candle. And the big test will be 22.8 because they failed the past couple days. So they'll test it again and hopefully they can break it. Third time's a charm. Up 0.69% and just so strong. If they were going to hold this, I mean, you're targeting, like, for real, if they were going to hold this and stay in here and we were going to run to the top end again, you're looking at the 1618, 23,550. Top of the channels up there too, confluent. Absolutely insane. Big technology, man. Semiconductors, AI, robotics. Rush 2000 ETF. Down 0.59% today, but not a big deal, man. Like, right, you're still possibly putting in the highest low in the history of the IWM. Whatever, selling off some, it's not a big deal. They could take this thing down to 236, and then it's like an opportunity. Let's go freaking Gomi, man. Kidding? Boom.
Gomi tipped $100. Happy birthday, Mitch. Thank you for what you do. Much love. Can we take a look at Inda?
Yeah, Gomi. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, and we'll certainly look at INTA. Yeah, dude. Thank you for the support, the ongoing support. It means everything, dude. Cheers. Yo, INTA, and that's the first request. We'll look at it. So I wouldn't worry about IWM, man. Yeah, a lot of the small caps taking on the chin. They're gonna do that, dude. After some of these runs, it's just gonna happen. You know. All right. So, without further ado, we must look at gold that finally did the thing. Down 2.46%. That is, and imagine trying to identify a Japanese candlestick pattern and thinking it's actually going to turn into something. I know. How crazy to do that. Look, good luck, Japanese candlestick reversal bros. Never going to happen. But this is potentially a dark cloud cover. A massive one at that, right? Where you had a nice green candle, and then you gapped higher than the previous candle's close, and then you pierced through, 100% of the previous candle's body, and you're still pierced where the traders are, 90% of the way. So that is definitely, look at the volume involved on that candle too. Whew. FOMOers. Yeah, you saw them, right? All the videos around the world of people just like outside of stores trying to buy physical gold. Like, what are you doing? Like, all these people, who are they? Hey dude, gold's up like what is it now, year to date? Sorry, it's hard to. Year to date, gold up 65% in 290 something days, and you're like buying it physically and you're waiting in line, wasting your time. How stupid. Like, none of those fools were at any point buying gold anywhere during this run until now. These people deserve to
Be
lose
kind
so
to
much
yourself.
money.
Love a woman that loves you back. Hang on to your inner kid. Happy birthday, Mitch. Party popper emoji. Hype in the chat. Dealer's choice chart if you'd like.
Thank you, Andrew, for the 20. Yeah, I really appreciate it, dude. Yep, well, hard finding, you know, that. It's more about, do I want to risk everything I've built on someone? Really hard finding that. Haven't found someone where I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I can't wait to possibly lose everything. Nope, hadn't found anyone like that. Not yet. Maybe not. Maybe never will. I feel like I am a monk. Okay, my heart belongs to y'all in the charts. So, yeah. Anyway, gold, dark cloud cover. Morons waiting in line, trying to buy physical gold in the masses. I hope they get wrecked. I'm just saying, look, dude, it gets to a point where you see something like that kind of psychotic impulse, and people are buying up here, it's like, I hope you get wrecked. So stupid. Exit liquidity. Silver, same thing, you know, like whatever. Price discovery levels, but down about 5%. It was down over 6% at the lows. Still above the old all-time high, which is 49.85. Still above the 2011 peak. So who cares? Yes, an unstoppable run. You finally got a volatile red nasty candle. Oh no, back to trading at levels we haven't seen since 3 days ago. Oh no. Eventually 60 in price discovery. Yeah, eventually. All right, there's your gold and silver, and then, you know, all the other metals you'd imagine are also just getting probably smoked today. Don't even, yeah, dude, palladium down 9+%. Mother of God. See, imagine FOMOing into something, you know, it just broke out, but this is why, like, the real breakout was here, you know, so, but yeah, another breakout was occurring. 1583 yesterday. But dude, this is not like breakout. We never really I'm posting a trade setup. It's never like a breakout trade setup really. It's always, you're always trying to buy when the composite man's buying, when the smarter money's buying. And up here, after a run like that, you're just asking in the short term to be underwater. And it could take weeks, months for you to ever recover. Because, like, say this, you bought up here, oh my God, a breakout after a huge run already. Okay, it does this, you know, and does it later. But, like, down here, you just freak out, and someone up here buying probably would sell down here. Like, I can't take it anymore. They don't understand. So, yeah. Oh, wow, coffee futures up today. Oh, futures up. Well, look at platinum. How bad platinum get hit? Platinum down 7+%. Yikes. Hey, what'd they do? Perfect tier respect. At least they didn't even upthrust or fail to break the level. It was a perfect test, and then they reversed it right here. So traders just taking some profit on platinum. Who knows where this will pull back, if it does pull back much more. And you know, as long as it makes a higher low than 1360, it'll be the highest low of the uptrend, really. So yeah, wow. Reversal at reversal point on these other metals? Yes. Riveting. Okay. So we can look at these Mag 7s now. Let's just knock them out as we do traditionally. If you're here during Power Hour for the birthday stream, hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks so much for being here. Here early. Closing bell on Wall Street. 24 minutes. Oh, the macro? I'm out of here. What are you talking about? Like, LOL. Clueless on macro. The macro is monetary debasement is continuing. Quantitative tightening is concluding. And in 2026, the money printer will turn back on. But you've had these overextended, godlike impulse rallies on these metals. And yes, a pullback occurs. And we're discussing the pullback. How was that Yeah, dude, it's clueless that I'm literally discussing what's happening today on the assets that are pulling back. Clueless, dude. All right. So top gainer today on the Mag 7 will be Tesla. See what I'm talking about? Maybe the roof pattern. Maybe. Like, again, I'm not, it just for the memes looks like a roof pattern. It's more so really bouncing between supports and resistances. Big support zone 414.59 is the old all-time high from 2021. You see that swing high right there? November 2021. It was regarded as support. They're holding, but look, there's this problem area at $439.51 right here. You see that right there? January of this year. You are up against it. You tested it 2 days ago. Oh, shoot, dude. You know what? You tested October 8th, tested it October 10th, October 15th, the 16th, and now today the 17th. Today, you right now with 21 minutes to go to the closing bell, you are up against it. To break this is probably where there will be some big resolution right back up to this swing high 465. Like that would be your target if they're able to, if there's just enough demand to absorb the supply that exists here, since there certainly is, based on the price action we've been receiving here for the greater part of a week. To break it would resolve us to, again, 465. Breaking 465 equals all-time highs. That will be the second target of the trade setup. And that is it. That is your Tesla. Beautiful structure, very symmetrical. Look at the 4 hour. It just is like, maybe, okay, you don't want to call it a roof pattern, don't call it a roof pattern, but just look at it. It's just really pretty. Someone will be like, it's a head and shoulders. Well, guess what? It's a busted head and shoulders right now. It's a never has been, never will be. Why? Because the neckline, if you want to call it a neckline, was never breached. There's not even really a well-defined neckline. I mean, it's mainly just support from history being tested once, and that's it. And you can just see on the top side that, see how many tests we had, how we're still testing it. We still can't even break it today on one candle, and the second candle they're attempting again, but they just can't do it. It's just so real here. So very pretty pattern, structure, symmetrical, but has not yet resolved. So we don't care because we're in our cost base is low 300s.
Straight tip $25. Hey brother, happy B-Day. Thanks for the lag. Can we look at Rivian? Also to be alone on B-Day, whatevs man, you are a schoolie D. I was the same when I designed covers for J Patterson. It's sometimes better to just run your own ship. You are a G. J Nation.
Straight, thanks so much, dude. To be alone on birthday. Oh well, I mean, like I've like a big dinner party this evening. So I'll be at that with friends. But yeah, today, like y'all are my people. So we're an online community. So I'm just kind of celebrating it with y'all right now during Power Hour. The last remaining minutes of the week of trading on Wall Street. As we look at crypto and the metals and now equities, large caps to small caps. But this is the top gainer, Tesla. Break 439.51, and we are in very good shape for 465. Have your alert set up maybe. This is a not active trade setup, active position we're in, and we're just waiting for 488 and higher eventually. Just don't know how long it'll take. Doesn't even matter because we already hit target one. Okay. So number 2 is Apple. Incredible strength today. I love this. Oh my God, it's so good. What a freaking candle. Remember, we hit 99% retrace before an all-time high and then reversed. But hey, recovering very well. They filled the gap. Gaps act as support about 18% of the time. Low chance, but they did it. And now we're recovering. And maybe we're finally going to catch a retest of the highs, but 260 on deck. You break 260, we have a nice $285 price discovery target, the 1272 fib extension. Okay, that'd be your target one in price discovery. So Apple, incredible recovery today. I hope it lasts. I hope it's real. And this is how the NASDAQ, you know, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, Google, this is how we will possibly see the top of that channel on the NASDAQ. So Nvidia, it's hanging in there. It's, you know, they're trying to break this resistance. It's a bullish engulfing candle, very nice. Kind of just been stuck, right, since the 14th. At least you got an unfilled gap at like 188. Very strong, very, very strong. If this is all they got, if this is all the sellers got, guess what? Guess literally what? Highest low in the history of Nvidia getting put in. So next week will be really interesting to see. To break this this sell wall could have massive consequences where we're retesting 193 very fast. So just pay attention to Nvidia. Not too bad. Meta up 0.8%. Highs of day. You know, just stuck, man. Since the beginning of the month, you're just up and down doing nothing. We can't really get too excited about Meta until they recapture 736. And then if you want an edge and you want to be able to manage your risk optimally, you would want them to reconfirm it as this resistance as support. So it's a lot of work to be done on Meta for the swing trader to be able to, like, you know, have a good argument. But that's it. Yeah, Meta up pretty well today. Doing all right. High of day. But sideways the whole month. We're over 2 weeks in. Microsoft up 0.5%. Working on a bullish engulfing candle, man. Yeah, I'm really hoping here that maybe, just maybe, we have one bottom and two bottoms. Could you imagine that if they confirm a reaccumulation here? Or just accumulation? And if Microsoft pivots and starts running, then you know that's how the, you know, this is your second largest market cap asset in the world. It's about 7% of the collective S&P 500 weight, with Nvidia being like 8%. It's definitely a market driver. So I'm hoping it holds up here, but again, it's been flat, man. This thing's been flat virtually since July. Okay, you had the, you know, oh my God, the earnings report that was comical, but since then, besides that, flat for months now, after such a godlike run, makes sense. All right, Google, this one's really looking good, but pretty much what they did was we saw the breakout of the flag pattern, possibly. They went up yesterday and they tested. They made a fresh intraday all-time high. Fantastic. But they tested the top, right, that high from September 19th as resistance and pulled back. And today, it's pretty much like they're back testing the breakout of the flag as support. So you like that. And we're engulfing yesterday's red candle. So very strong. This would literally be, if they close it here or any higher, it would be the second highest daily candle close in the history of Google. So very, very nice. Bull pull, bull flag situation, quite possibly beginning to resolve. To confirm it all, 256 being broken concertedly. And then we're talking price discovery, 275, 300, who knows. And then of the Mag 7, the only one that's red today, only one, Amazon. Going for the lowest daily candle close since August 4th. This is disgusting. It just is. The harmonic framework
Happy
here
birthday,
is so
Professor.
strong.
Was going to send you a case of tuna creations, ha ha ha.
Is that a joint?
Oh yeah, I remember eating those. They were good, man. The garlic one was great. I didn't eat any other ones, but yeah, back in my keto days, I'd be eating those a lot. So it shows how long you've been here, man. Thank you, dude. Thoughtful. Yeah, there's nothing about Amazon that, I mean, below 216, forget about it. You're just waiting on probably $200. I don't know, right? Like, other ones are looking okay. Tesla's starting to, like, look all right. Apple running again. But then this one, there's just nothing endearing about it. Not yet. Like, I'll feel comfortable on Amazon technically again when it makes an all-time high and stays above that all-time high. I mean, that's so much work needs to be done in Amazon to feel okay about it again. What's up, Jars? Agar. Yeah, man. We looked at gold and silver, platinum, palladium. They're all down. Yeah, got smoked today. But come on, dude. It was overdue. It was a matter of freaking time. Okay, we got. Oh, I like that cake, Jetty. I see that. Very cool, dude. I love it. Let's open that. Look at this birthday cake, dude. Look at my birthday cake, dude. The harmonics and the bull and the bear, the Fibonacci 1618, the candle. Thank you so much, dude, for the cake, dude. Hype the chat. Very cool. So your Mag 7s. Let's look at that request real quick. I think we only had a couple. INTA for Gomi. INTAP. INTAP. I'll get you, man. I get what you see in M shape, but the problem, definitely the problem is you're below a key resistance from 2021. You're below it. I hate that. Yeah, definitely RSI divergence, though, man. Wow, that's some strong bullish divergence in the RSI. Well, it's getting there. But the issue is you're not really at a level that's right. If an M shape's completing, that's great. You might have an increased probability, but risk management wise, it's very difficult if the pattern is not completing and type 2 returning, confirming its bottom at a historical level where reversals have occurred in the past. You're always looking for that. So that's what's really hard to find setups, because it's like you can't just have the patterns. You can't just have the patterns confirming their bottoms. You also want to have the patterns confirming their bottoms at historical and strategic levels. And this unfortunately doesn't, but I see an 886. Not going to take that away from you at all, man. That's whichever way we would look at it. Would it be a shark or would it be a Gartley? Try both.
Happy birthday, bro.
What's up, 28 money? Thanks so much for the 20, dude, and the birthday wishes. Really appreciate that, dude. Thank you for being here and contributing to the stream and to the, I guess, the dinner fund. That's what it's going to be. So yeah, you have a perfect shark. I think 28 money would agree here. It's a beautiful M shape completing, a nice type 1 reaction concluded, and they're possibly beginning the type 2 return. What I would like, which it's not about what I like, but what would be awesome for someone that wanted to try to manage the risk is this to overshoot and to eventually make it to that swing low here.
Happy
make a slightly
birthday.
lower low double
How
bottom.
can we send you crypto instead of fiat? Can you look at $CE?
What's up, Downtime? Thanks for the 20, dude. If you go into my description, you can see my Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I think Solana address. So that's how you copy that and you can just send it to me. Unfortunately, OneUpCoin doesn't work anymore, and the dev wasn't making money on it, so he gave up on it, and so yeah, I guess you can't monetize it, and so they just stopped working on it. New API stuff with Coinbase became more difficult, so they just gave up. So OneUpCoin doesn't work anymore. So I just have the address, my crypto address. I'd get alerted if you did ever send me crypto. No one, I don't think anyone's ever sent me crypto that way. So, and they probably never will. But it's because there's no TTS involved. But see why this would be better to get like a some sort of harmonic optimum price. You get a slightly lower low. If you know anything about slightly lower low double bottoms, if they do actually start playing out, they perform the best. They are the best performing double bottoms, better than the higher low double bottom or just the same low double bottom. Lower low double bottoms are amazing. We saw that one on ACHR. It lived up to its name. As you can see here, there's a supply line that they failed to break out of, and to get down here and then to hold that level and then to break the supply line, it would be wonderful. Like, this could be a very good trade setup. It could be like optimum. It could be a perfect home runner if we could just get $33, $32.74. It would be nice. And you get a little bit more oversold. You may never get it, right? I'm not trying to make a call and say, hey, we're going there. I'm saying if you wanted the best trade setup imaginable, you would want 33 to 32.74, okay? Does that make sense? Remember, the low, then the slightly lower low with the divergence, and you want that divergence to be maturing, all at a level that is where, again, historical reversals have occurred in the, it's occurred. That's where you want it to completely, all right? Like, again, for instance, ACHR, beat this dead horse here for education, right? It's like, you had the M shape, complete, type 1, then type 2 with a slightly lower low than the first low, and it was all out of key support. And on that second low, that slightly lower low, you had that form of bullish divergence, 1 and 2. And you even had it on the weekly, and you even had it on the freaking MACD locally from this low to this low. All that divergence, man, before blast off. So thank you, dude. Good request, though. INTA. Have your alert set up at 33. If we can get it, we could be kings, man. Where's the Altcoin address? I know, dude. Where's the Altcoin, bro? Music stop? I think my music stop, yeah. Hold on a sec. All right, let's see here. We got 7 minutes to the closing bell. If you're enjoying the stream, the birthday stream, hit that like button, the bell, the sub. Thanks for being here. Hype in the chat. Hypes in the chats. Let's see here. Rivian, yeah. Best straight. He wants Rivian, which did okay today. Right? Yeah, a 1.2%. It's nothing burger. Yeah, you're still, I mean, you really are, like, I'm not going to apologize ever for saying you are in a buying zone. You're in a dollar cost average zone. Like, okay, you're down a little bit. Well, let it keep rolling over. Let it keep selling off. Let it get down to $12.20, $12. Let it do all this again, like, this is an area for someone to be optimistic and happy and excited to be able to buy a position that's like in the actionable zone. One day, so the pattern's done. Like, you're literally in this situation where you're holding it and you have the option to add more if there's any sell-off and you want to DCA down in this buying zone. That's all you're doing now. But you are in this. If you are a true position trader and you want to play the structure, right? The M shape completed, and you have a very real rule of 3 situation. You have the supply line broken. It was reconfirmed as support. The horizontal line of 1180 was confirmed as support. If you want, I mean, this is the framework, specimen framework situation. Now, of course, it could fail, but you have this is like pocket aces. I said that about LAC. This is a pocket aces situation. You have the best probability for insane upside, and your downside potential is minimal. And that's it. That's Rivian. That's your update. It's not done much. It sold off after failing to hit, break 1567. That's fine. But still trying to put in a higher low again. And this is where experience comes in, where it's like, hey, oh yeah, I remember LAC. Oh yeah, that person, they forgot to hold it long. They were impatient. They couldn't stand it. And they missed that 100% move overnight. And then they FOMO'd in after, and now they're underwater. So it's just like, did you learn anything from LAC? That's the question Rivian asks you. Guy said he's short on Rivian. Wow. If you're short on this asset, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is, I think it's extremely bad idea. If you're not going to long Rivian, last thing I'd be doing is shorting this asset here. You're asking to get destroyed. Yep.
Happy birthday Mitch, can we check SFIX highest low in the uptrend weekly inverted hammer?
We can look at Stitch Fix. Yeah, it is working on its highest low for sure. Yeah, dude. Like staring into the face of accumulation confirmed, springback tests, jumped across creeks, potentially putting in another higher low. Like this is the area to be bidding incrementally. You're in it. If you ever any sell off, oh, it's down today a little bit, keep adding incremental position. And eventually resolution. I mean, I think this is a 70+% chance of going way higher if you're patient. Yeah, Amazon distribution, exactly. Rivian accumulation. I don't know how you sell into something like this. It's crazy. But that's just testament to investing in yourself and knowing about price action, what it represents. This is quite possibly one of the best looking long setups that exists on the market right now. Oh wait, that's what I said about LAC. And then it went up 100+%. Hit over $10 before it reversed, and it'll sell off and correct, and guess what? It'll pivot and it'll run again. Well, this is the worst asset in the world to be shorting, I think. But hey, you know. Okay, next request. Like, if you don't like Rivian, just don't own it. To short it is like Russian roulette, bro. With like 5 out of 6 bullets in the chamber. Let's see, next request was CE for downtime. Celanese Corporation? Have I been here before? I've been here. Yeah. A long time ago. I was here to the lower high. Wow, man, this thing's been destroyed. We gotta go to the weekly. See where we're at. So bad, bro. How you trading below 50? Swing high from 08, 2012. Swing lows from 2013, 14. Look at the COVID crash low. How you trading below that? That's sad, man. That's like really bad. The weekly looks terrible on the RSI. All right, chat, there it is. Closing bell on Wall Street. Jesus chimes. The week has concluded. We'll look at these weekly candles in a minute. We did it, man. Okay, so below 50, that's your threshold, I think. I just don't know what your reason for owning the asset would be below that level, despite it crashing. Your trend's terrible. Like, yeah, locally, they're trying to hold on to this support, but my God, look what happened yesterday, or last week. You had a 13% massive bearish engulfing candle. And look how this week it concluded with a nothing burger. Like, okay. Clearly, they tried this week and nothing worked out. Like, the bidders didn't come in after that nasty drawdown. So, you're like, oh, it's a shark pattern, maybe. Okay, but shark pattern, nowhere strategic. We just discussed, right? You can have an M shape and a type 2 return all you want, but you need that type 2, that M shape to be, that has concluded its development with its type 1 and type 2 at a key level from history. Those are the best setups. This doesn't have that either.
Happy birthday, Mitch. Celebratory hands in the air emoji. Birthday cake emoji. I pray your weekend is full of joy. Just hopped in and I'm requesting not knowing if it's been looked at, but are we still looking good on IQ
Hey, Anon, thanks for the 2222 and the birthday wishes, man. IQ is back at that key support. So hopefully it's gonna put in its highest low. Hopefully, and pivot. But we will look at IQ, that's all I can tell you. We will, it's on the list now. Thank you, dude. So I look at this and I say, no. Look what they've done, really. I mean, more recently, it was like they did this. They did 1, and then they did 2. They confirmed way less than before.
Happy B-Day, Mitch. Thanks for the analysis on gold yesterday. Can we check out Home Depot?
What's up, Wits, man? Thanks for 20. We will certainly look at Home Depot. Thank you, dude. I think I've been doing stuff, so... Yeah, if you care about this one, if the support level, see, you're not like that's, you can see no doubt 07, 2011, 2012 spring back test M shape. You want an M shape? There it is, right there. And then it went on the all-time high run. But down here, you're not like you're not at resistance. You're not at support. I don't think there's anything to do but wait till $30, $31 to $32. Or wait for them to recapture $50. So it's just like nothing to do right now on this one. Thank you, dude. Sorry. But yeah, I get the reason why he requested it, and I appreciate this, is he's like, dude, I see why you did it. You're like, bro, that has to be a shark, right? And it's like, yeah, right. Correct. It is a shark. You definitely have a shark here. Type 2 though.
Happy birthday, Mitch. May you always be in the black. Keep killing those workouts. Squat 405. Can you look at XRP? Thanks, love the streams.
Go to the gym, bro. Thanks for the 20. I don't do like squats very much at all in my workouts. I do leg extension. I think it's like we're doing like 700 plus on those when I do them. It's a lot. So, thank you, dude. We'll look at. We did look at XRP already. So if you want to look at another one, you can rewind the stream. We have an M shape here, but I don't know if the Type 2 is there, and it's just crappy when it's not at a level of historical significance at all.
Hype in the chat for Mitch's beating. Cheers, my guy.
Is that a join?
What's up, Anon? Thanks for the 420 and the birthday wishes from you and everyone else. Y'all are amazing. Much love. Really appreciate that. Wow. So maybe it holds, but how are you going to set up a stop? You know, like if you set a stop below 36, then all of a sudden, what if it goes to 30, the better entry? What if you get a harmonic optimum price down there? Or this thing goes down there and then reverses. That's what I'd be waiting on. Anyway, there's just better stuff out there. Probably better spot. I appreciate what you were looking for, though. I see that. All right, next one was Dealer's Choice from Andrew. Yeah, sorry, dude, I missed that one. Let me well, the one that I did before, I want to do it again. All right, because it just needs to be reiterated to everyone in the viewing audience. Okay, this is my baby right now, Exos. It's like on the weekly. This is weekly, not daily. I mean, everything you could ask for exists on Exos for way higher. Like, I think there's a 70+% chance we're going to be at $100 given the next year. In a year, we'll be at $99, $100. Based on everything here. Dude, you have it all. Everything.
Call right now and I'll triple the offer.
That's right. That's right, dude. That's how I feel about Exos. I mean, such a perfect 886 Gartley. The Type 2 return has a form of confirmation in itself, and it's all concluding its development at the key level. 2018 reversal, 2020 reversal. They violated and lost it in 2022, but recaptured. And guess what? They've reconfirmed its validity at support in August of this year. This is my dealer's choice every single time. On the weekly, you have bullish divergence on the MACD histogram. And now, what did they do? What did they do to conclude the week, chat? This is the... Jesus chimes. This is the first weekly candle close above the 200-week simple moving average since August of 2023. It's been over 2 years since that happened. They also broke $60 for the close, and that's a candle high close from November of 2017. That's a breakout point. You get it? You know why this is my dealer's choice, right? This has virtually everything you could dream of. But again, they could pull it back. It could go to 51 or 48, make it the highest, make a higher low finally than these 3 lows, and then run later. Again, this is the weekly. This could take a year to resolve. I'm not even kidding. We call this a position trade, not a swing trade. Okay, a dream of all dreams is Exos. Do you know how long it took for this dream to develop? It took over 1,000 days. The size of this structure is massive. That is why if you are able to identify the framework on the weekly, you own it,
Mitch, happy
forget
birthday.
about it.
Question, do you think we're going to experience another bear market similar to other cycles, or is that too aggressive with all the institutional money in play? Thanks.
Finding Nick, thanks for the 420, dude.
Is that a joint?
Another bear market similar to other cycles. There's always going to be a bear market, man. Always. And, you know, in 2026, we're going to probably have a drawdown like we saw earlier this year. Maybe not as severe or whatever, but we'll see 10, 15% drawdown at some point in 2026. And once a year, you're going to get something like that for the most part. So, but we also understand that the quantitative tightening from the Federal Reserve is coming to an end. It's concluding. So the money printer will be turning on. Inflation will be going higher. Therefore, what does that mean? The free market will continue to reprice assets accordingly. So all these assets that have been running, they've been doing well, they're up, they're high. It may not be because they're particularly doing well or better than they were. It is just devaluation of purchasing power. Monetary debasement is not going away. Didn't matter who was going to be in the office. Anyway, thank you, dude. Let's go to the next request. That was my dealer's choice. So the next real request was Stitch Fix. Good question. I think something like that, Rivian might take to get to like the conclusion. Baba took a year to get to target 4, just being real. A year. So Rivian, in the same situation as Baba was, probably going to take 8 months plus. So January expiration on Rivian might be a little short, to be real. Might be a little too close. You got 2.5 months. I mean, you might get paid on it, but again, we're talking about massive daily structures that took hundreds of days to develop. When that's the case, it could take a year. This isn't some 4-hour situation. Okay. All right, Stitch Fix. Not a great week, man. I mean, it's okay. It's hanging in there. Yeah. So the weekly, starting with the weekly on Stitch Fix, highest low in the uptrend. Weekly inverted hammer. Could be. Could be. But I mean, it's quite possibly our backup, the BU. So to confirm Wyckoff accumulation at this point, buyers need to break 489 and start running. Because we had our sign of strength. We're going through the backup right now. If it's true Wyckoff accumulation, the backup should conclude soon. we should be retesting 467, 489, and breaking it. And when we do that next time, it will be confirmed Wyckoff accumulation phase E, and then we can begin the markup phase. But that's a lot of ifs. That has to happen. So they haven't done that. We don't even know if the backup has concluded yet. And that's it. That's your Stitch fix. Okay, Chase. So it's all right. Still making a substantially higher low than the previous low from June, which was 357. So still up off that swing low by 18, 19%. All right. It's okay. What's up, Pronoid? Thank you, dude. We're not cooked. I mean, crypto, total might be cooked. If you look on the screen, you can see the major level has been lost. If we recapture 3.67 trillion with haste, it was all a bad dream. It was not a big deal. We could be completely fine, ready to run to 4.17. But dude, if you're below 3.67 trillion, there is nothing wrong with being prudent and waiting and holding out for conditions to improve, for the price to the buyers to recapture the key level. We know it's so real. It's just so undeniable. Being an owner below that, you just run the risk of, there's just a lot of downside potential given enough time below this zone here. So that's my problem. So we might be cooked, but I let the price dictate. And currently we are cooked below 3.62, 3.67. We are uncooked. We are back to raw bulls above 3.67 trillion though. We'd be all right. But that's going to take data. That's going to take buyers. We will be waiting. I can't wait to see what happens. I will be here with you to discuss all of it. Yeah, weird. All right, we're going to start IQ on the weekly. So here we are. They went for the back test. They went for the gap fill. Things that would have been good, that were needed, right? Anytime a gap occurs, that's not a breakaway gap. They ran it up and it rolled over, and this could just be another dollar cost average opportunity. You're at the bottom of the range. And if they can keep the price propped above $1.80, given enough time, it would be the highest low. There would be more evidence of accumulation. So I know it's been a bad 3 weeks, man. Very bad. 24% lost in 3 weeks. But no harm, no foul, right? The whole argument, there's nothing wrong with it, and things got fulfilled. Again, the gap filled and the bullish back test of the inflection zone. So you hold this, could be the best entry that is imaginable. What? A roll to position? Nah. No, not really. You can, I guess, if the time goes by, but yeah, I'm not really a big option guy. I do rudimentary stuff, but I'm sure that's probably an option. I would look into it. But yeah, I just think on something, you're asking about Rivian, so it's like, for me, I don't think January is enough time for Rivian to completely play out. I think it would take a lot longer. So IQ, and then Home Depot. The Depot of Homes. Yeah, it was old Dragon. The Dragon broke out. Wait a second. Wasn't this like a setup or something? I can't even. Was this a dragon pattern? They ran it up to an all-time high. Yeah, it was an old trade setup. But they did it again. It's like a rerun of another trade setup, right? They took it back down the key level. They violated, they recaptured, reconfirmed it again, and then it ran up. And it's just like so much supply, of course, at this level. It's almost like you got like a bullish 5-0 situation maybe going on. No, not a 5-0 because it's a higher low. So this could possibly be the highest low you've ever seen. So hard to manage risk here. The level to manage risk is 337 and 345. That's certain. Like it's once and twice. Up here, if you're looking for fresh lawns, I don't really know. Like they might try to hold this level. Yeah, they did. I mean, I guess above 381.93, you're good. If they hold that long enough, you're going to go test 416, 420 again. And that's a big all-time high level. So, yeah, for me, the swing trader, position trader, you're looking to identify structures developing positive price action at a support, and you would run it up to resistance. My God, the inverse head and shoulders into head and shoulders, and the head and shoulders resolve. So, what a beautiful textbook head and shoulders. I mean, my God, this should be in Bulkowski's book, the next book, right? I mean, how perfect is that? You cannot, and it all happened at resistance. That's what's godlike about it. That is the dream, chat. A swing trader's paradise. The short seller, right? The guy who was talking about shorting Rivian. Dude, you're not looking to short assets doing that. You look to short assets that are presenting head and shoulders pattern, and the right shoulder is a formal bearish back test of an old all-time high from December of 2021. That's a short. That's a perfect short. And measured move, of course, like logically thinking, the next support would be a profit-taking level. And they did that. So right now, there's no structure, or nothing big going on, pivoting, holding this low. And if you stay above 382 long enough, you'll go test 416, 420 again. You might go on an all-time high run after that. So that's it, dude. Okay. Wow. Home Depot, bro. A dream. A TA dream. Thanks, Wits. All right, yeah, we looked at XRP already, but I guess we'll look at it again. Unless you said something in the chat. Jimbro. Not Jimbo, but Jimbro. No, I just said I'll rewind. Okay. XRP down 0.76%, not too bad today. It's been a rout the past 3 days though. Again, for something like XRP, never acting like we know where an asset's going. But for a swing trader, position trader, as a short seller or a bidder, a longer, someone who wants to long, a bull, it is a coin flip either way. Like the short seller is looking to short 265, 272. The long buyer, right, is looking to buy 190, 196. If you are in between the two major inflection points, it is the gambler. The long, the short, the gamble. That's it. That's XRP. There's nothing to do. A retest of 190 would be amazing because it could be a confirmation low. HD, I thought this was 4K. Well, this stream's not 4K, unfortunately. I'm in the office right now, so I don't have that set up. But yeah, Bitcoin attempting above my head, attempting to break that 107 level, 106.9. There's just, it's that, and then it's 107.9, and then it's 109.358. It's just a lot. Bitcoin has to do a lot, man, to get back in the good graces. What's up, Saint Last Resort? What's up, dude? Happy birthday wishes. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, dude. And that was the last formal request of the stream, chat. Let's go to the regional banking ETF that crashed yesterday. It's okay, man. They held it up 1.6%. And that's it so far. They're just holding on to $58, holding on to a gap fill. They've done that before though. They've definitely done, in bad market conditions, they've held that level and had relief rallies. But just understand the precarious situation now of KRE. They could run this thing, they could fill the gap at 62, they could run it up to 64, and it's still bad. It's still like potential lower high than previous high. So yeah, that was very interesting. What's up, David? Thank you, dude, for watching, and glad you're getting value out of the stream. Oh, Lucky, thanks so much for joining the Patreon today. Hype in the chat. Thank you, dude. All right, well, volatility index got smoked today. Whew. Good. Very good. That's what you want to see. You don't want the VIX to keep climbing. We're screwed if it keeps going. So it got devastated today to close out the week. Wow. Risk back on, baby. Oracle took a hit. Wow. This is one of your top stocks out there, market cap wise. Top 20, top 10 maybe. And yeah, not great here. A lot of assets down today. Not too bad though. I mean, PPTA was the worst. What do you expect after that, man? Give me a break. Who's buying up here? You must be. I mean, those are the people in the line trying to buy spot gold right now. Yeah, the gold miners finally selling off some. I mean, CDE, another crazy high. But an unstoppable run. Like, what do you expect, dude? Eventually, it's going to happen. The LAC was down 8%. Dude, I'm not too worried about it. It's a breakaway gap. Maybe they hold 678. This is a big deal, right? This is a battleground. November 2017, a swing high. They did... They defended it by 1 penny. Wow, 1 penny. So let's hope next week that that's real and we go fill some gaps and then we run to 1084. But yeah, this is a long-term play, man. Just because it went up 100% in a day or a day and a half doesn't mean that it's over. Like, this could resolve for a long time to way higher, but you got to have the patience. I guess on this one, you had to have the patience to own it. But now you got to have the patience to sit through the ups and the downs because it's going to be volatile. Yep. All right, well, I've been live an hour, 20 minutes. Let's go back to the SPY and look at this weekly close on these index funds, huh? That is unreal. The bearish engulfing candle last week, 0 follow through, and now you arguably have a bullish inside bar, which is like not bad. Of course they're going to do that, right? Of course. Hey man, I'm rooting for the market to continue running higher. You know why? Because our purchasing power is continuing to collapse. It's not going to stop. But you're seeing with gold and silver metals, it's the same situation here on the stock market. So, and you would think like crypto too, or at least Bitcoin. I don't care about any other crypto, just Bitcoin. You think it would be like doing, but it just hit 124 like a month ago or 3 weeks ago. So it's just correcting from there. I just like, can we recapture the technical levels? That's all I'm asking for. I'm just asking for, can we recapture 109, 358, 112? And then we can green light it, you know. That's a great inside bar candle. That means that it is not a confirmed bearish and golden candle last week. Very nice. It was your second highest weekly candle close ever. I mean, technically an inside bar on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. No problems, man. No follow through on the bearish candle, so whatever. NASDAQ weekly close. My God, dude. Just a bullish inside bar. Just so strong. No follow through. Second highest weekly close ever. The channel is the channel of all channels. I love it, man. IWM. Inside bar, I mean, you know, the wick was not contained within the body of the previous candle, but, you know, that, shoot, dude, it's just dumb. Like, we were going to do it. We were going to be kings. And then they said, no, we're going to close the week out below. 2 weeks ago, we did have a candle close breakout, but what I love on the IWM is this RSI. Are you kidding me, dude? Just nonchalantly sitting at 64. You got to think third time's a charm here. They break this, man. If it's real, these small caps are going to go insane. Inflation's going to get nuts in 2026, so I believe it. Okay, well, just want to look at those because weekly on Bitcoin's kind of rough, man. Now, I mean, above one on the weekly, it's a little different. The zone's a little bit giving you a little more leeway because of where the traders had been settling up. Like initially in 2024, you see that high? It was 104,459. They have not yet lost that. See, the weekly, I think if you lose 104.5, a lot of trouble. I mean, 98 to 100,000 will be on deck, but that's already been the case. But if you lose this 104,459, you could very well be staring into the face of a $91,000 Bitcoin. What I'm very disappointed about is how we were above the bullish control zone threshold. Oh, my head and shoulders. And we lost it. And now we're trading at the lowest RSI since mid-April. So I'm not really cool with rejection of the bullish control zone on Bitcoin's weekly. I don't like that. I don't like this potential tweezer top catching follow through this week. So we would need an extremely anomalous, psychotically bullish weekend to recapture 107, 109,358. But yeah, that is kind of a worrisome candle that is catching follow through this week. So like you're possibly you could, like, it may not be, right? It may completely not be. But we just don't know till it plays out. But you could be just looking at this. You could be. You could be. Man bun double top that is unironic. You could be. I hope not. I hope this number go up forever, bro, because my hopium, I'm going to get so high on the hopium. But you still have that valid idea. You know, if it is a double top, does anyone understand where the neckline is? They're attempting to break it right now. The neckline of a potential double top on the weekly is going to be the lowest point, right, of the valley between the two discernible peaks, which is right here from September 1st week, which is 107.3. So it's very controversial. They were breaking it hardcore. If we get unfavorable price action going into Sunday, you'd be confirming an actual double top. You'd be able to say, hey, by the books definition, we have a confirmed double top on the weekly on Bitcoin. But we might have a good weekend where it's low volume. We rally to 108, 109 again. And then they're going to close the week above that. And then it's not a confirmed double top yet. So the verdict is out. That's probably the level to be watching. 107.4, 107.5. Okay. Something to think about. Yeah, on the daily, it's 106. That's such a huge deal. The candle closes back then. So real. Thankfully, they were covered. I mean, we're off the lows by over 3% now. My God, Bitcoin's down less than 1% on the day. Beautiful. Up 3.44% off the lows. Huge. recovery. But it's still not enough. You still got to break 109, 358, 112, and you even need to break 116. All right, well, this is the first live stream you're witnessing of my new age. So thank you for being here. Big One's daily RSI. Unfortunately, yikes, dude. Lowest relative strength reading on Bitcoin's daily since April 8th. April 8th was what? The nadir of the correction, the sell-off. The Wyckoff distribution schematic played out, and you virtually went to the next key levels. They front ran it by a few bucks. That was the target. And then it bottomed out. But that is the lowest relative strength reading at much, much higher prices. But again, we're not showing any sort of favorable price action right now. No positive structures anymore. You're making lower lows. Yesterday was the lowest daily candle close since July 4th. Not great stuff. And again, I just keep reverting back to total. $3.67 trillion is your level of tolerance. Above that, no problem. Stay above 3.67 given enough time. See you back at at least $4 trillion. But below it, oh no. Below it, there's just no reason to be long on total. Above it, okay, we got an argument. We might have a reason to be in crypto, but below it, there's just no reason. So that's how it works, man. That's what levels are for. What's up, triple, quadruple T, RB? Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. Geomission, what's up? Yeah, thank y'all for all coming out. Sure, it's probably pretty light. We're early streaming. Yeah, got less than 500 viewers. So we typically get like 800 viewers, 900 plus viewers in the evening streams. But yeah, I got plans this evening. So hopefully people will be watching the replay. But thanks again for everything. For all the birthday wishes, the likes, love, support, contributions. And I'll just be back probably Sunday. But one thing we all need to do together as a team is say,
Roll Tide.
Let's go beat those disgusting orange Tennessee Volunteers. They must be destroyed, put back in their place, because they are the most obnoxious fan base ever for losing 15 years in a row and beating us with our low football IQ quarterback last year by the skin of their A, and then the bullcrap pass interference a couple years before that. Too arrogant. Like, we gotta shut them up. So let's all root for Bama tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Till next time, respect the TA.
those turd nuggets?